Okay guys, just going to pop up a preview for Wednesday night the 20th of December. 9 races, couple of semi-features in the middle of the card. I will say it's not a meeting I'm overly enamoured by. You know, as punters you look at a card and you think that will win. This meeting, there's a couple I think will win, but obviously the price is the major deterrent on a few of them. But anyway, we'll kick off. First is 1400 for the maidens. The rails back in the true. Been some pretty strong maidens recently. This doesn't fall into that category. So we've got Go For It's been very good. British resuming, obviously betting's the watch there. Isnib's very one paced. Honest, the word's out, it's been okay. It's pretty good last time. I just got my doubts on the form from that Pompon race. Forced to pick one, though I don't sit on Little Pumbaa from barrier 1. You had no luck at all with barriers. Like you can see, like he's drawn 13, 12, drew 6, and was sort of 3 deep on speed that night as well. So from barrier 1, like if we go back to sort of this race here, in the first, so it was when he ran 4th. So he's got the check colours on. Where is he? He's running sort of 6th on the outside here with a black cap. Sort of obscured a little bit. So we'll just watch it from here. See, we've got Century Hour in front, Clean Achiever coming through the middle, Penstock around the outside. And here's Little Pumbaa inside Penstock. Had a little bit of a bump there. Now, Penstock runs past him, but he sort of still holds his ground to sort of just be a length and a half behind it. Penstock will be $1.20 in this field. You know, just think from barrier 1, you know, you'll race handy. Form from that race has been very good as well. So, going to be each way odds, so I think we can do worse than Little Pumbaa in the first. The second, Mandela Effect's been beaten at odds on, I think its last 3 starts. I don't know, 210, 190, 160. Still run okay. Going to be odds on again. Impossible to see it being beaten, to be honest, but just look on race. The third, 3-year-old form this year has been electric. Nordic Thunder comes back from a couple of the taking on the A-grade 3-year-olds back into a class 1. Just been left a little flat-footed when the others have sprinted. Obviously the tempo's not going to happen here. It's got a low barrier. Should get every conceivable. Just had a look at the prices. It's been like 380 into 280 with early corporates. 280 is a bit light for mine, but still the one I've got on top. But yeah, it's always trialled like a good horse. I think it's D-Day to stand up, but I'm not going to take a price beginning with a 2 to find out. The fourth, as I said, a couple of 3-year-olds here. Probably dominate. Daraza, a lot of weight for a 3-year-old filly in this grade, like a class 3. Outside gates, he's got the speed to overcome it, but and the other one, City of Dreams, appeared to have a chance in the 3-year-old cup last time, but as I said, that 3-year-old form's exceptionally strong this year, and also drawn awkwardly, but and it's a pretty deep race for this grade. There's one here, Sebring's Joy, was a late scratching last week. It's hard to line up because I had a trial about 6 weeks ago, very soft trial, actually trialled okay. You know, low draw, 3 kilo claim. If you want to have a couple of bucks on a bolter, it's about 20 to 1 now. Yeah, might be the go. The fifth, despite the small field, it's probably the feature race of the night. You've got I'll go through them. Mr. Songman, Gigi Lynette, Bettina Arena, Il Regale ran 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 3-year-old cup. Out to the extra 200 metres this time, slightly different weight scale. For mine, that plays right in the hands of Bettina Arena. She meets some 3 kilos better at the weights than she did in the 3-year-old cup, and her run was full of merit there as well, just got stuck behind a traffic block. So for mine, I think she's pretty clear top pick, to be honest. Not selling Mr. Songman short at all. He's always raced like 1400s, more his cup of tea than 1200 anyway. Gigi Lynette, hard to say beating the other two at 1400, but if she gets like allowed to coast the first 400 metres and dash home, then could well be tempo related race, but she's super honest and you know what you're going to get with her. And Il Regalo's racing like she needs this trip as well, but for mine, I'm actually pretty keen Bettina Arena. Barrier 1's not actually ideal, but in the small field, you'd imagine that the speed hammer goes down at the 600, should be able to weave a passage through, so very happy to be on there. The 6th, Hell of a Street, was beaten at the shorts last time. He's actually racing like he needs 1600 now. He did win, I think it was Launceston Cup Day. He won a mile race at Launceston. He did cop plenty of heat from his stablemate early last time in Conquering Stakes. So despite going under at the short price, there was some semi-excuse there for him. You got to have him on top. Killen Falls is one who's just low flying. His sectional times have been the best in both the Newmarket and the Conquering Stakes. He's proven he can, hasn't had too many goes over this trip, so 2 starts for a second and a third. He also went round in the last race, Launceston Cup Day, I think it was from memory, and ran very well. Level weights versus Hell of a Street's a bit of an ask, but got him as a clear second pick. Brilliant Jet, probably next best. So, yeah, if you're getting sort of black figures at place Killen Falls, I'd probably recommend having like a 1x4 type bet on him. The 7th, very even race this. Looks to be a fair bit of speed in it. You probably got the top half a dozen. You'd all got legitimate claims. Really like the runs of both Zatakla and Denzeo when they resumed. Just from the barriers, I probably got a slight leaning to Denzeo, but I think they'll both run very well. But expect it's one of those races where you're probably going to have at the 200, you're probably going to have 4 or 5 look like winning chances. But just think at the odds, Denzeo's well worth a bet. The 8th over the 2100, not the deepest race either. Flash Missile only carried a postage stamp when he won. What did she carry at Devonport? So 52.5. With the claim here, it's back to 54. So it's not a huge weight increase. She'll race on speed. Make her own luck. So in these type of races, that's generally the best place to be. So got her on top. Kansi's one who drops in grade. So looks the danger, but still, I'm not keen enough to bet in the race. But Flash Missile, they're forced to pick one. And in the last, Biscay Barb I was really keen on last time and just got held up for a bit of momentum at the top of the straight and hit the line well. But as I mentioned, 3-year-old form's just stood up all season. Penstock, low gate, he's going to be in a position to win if good enough. The mile looks ideal. Confident Biscay Bar beats the rest. And even with the claim, carries less weight than the 3-year-old, so definitely going to be no pushover. So I might actually throw both of them in the quads. But be very surprised if one of them didn't win. Do lean to Penstock, but also confident Biscay Bar will run very, very well. So as I mentioned, not overly keen on the card. I think the favourites will win middle legs, Mandela Effect, Nordic Thunder, Very tough race, race 4, the way the weight scale is. Patina Arena, hell of a street. So if we just want to look at a bit of value, we'll go race 1, number 4, Little Pumbaa. Race 7, number 4, Denzeo. Race 6, number 4, Killon Falls. All number 4s, aren't they? Race 1, number 4, 6, number 4, and 7, number 4. I think they'll all give you a good run for your money at sort of like, I think early prices, think they're all about $6 plus. And best bet, we'll pick one out. Also number 4, race 5, number 4, Patina Arena. She'll stamp herself as the best 3-year-old in the state, in my opinion, on Wednesday night. So anyway, guys, we might just leave it there. So I'd like to try and keep these a bit shorter now. So I know my attention span, I wouldn't sit down for near 20 minutes and watch this type of thing. So we'll wrap it up there. Had a look at the noms for Sprayton on Boxing Day. It looks a super card, to be honest. Almost puts this one to shame. So until then, we'll wrap it up and chat to you later. Cheers.